Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Respectable to Ms. Linda as lecturer Introductory Business Administration. Let me introduce myself. My name is Abdul Gentar. I'm from Applied Business Administration, Class 1A Morning. Today, I will explain about control function of supervision. And I, as a leader group 3, the member is Alyssia Rahmadhani, Dela Rosa, and Fikri Tamma, and Shafira, Deswita, Oktavia. A. Understanding supervisory function. Surveillance control function. The process of monitoring activities to ensure that the activity plan is complete is evaluated against weakness in an organization. B. Understanding the supervisory function. A. This is expressed by Terry, who said that in order to achieve the goals of an organization, including the state of as the largest power organization should carry out management function, consisting of planning, organizing, giving encouragement, and controlling. B. George R. Terry. He said that defines control as the determination of what has been implemented, meaning evaluating work, performance, and, if necessary, implementing corrective actions so that the results of the work are in accordance with the established plan. C. Robin. State the controlling is a process of activity that is very basic, so it requires a manager to carry out the tasks and work of the organization. D. Ernie and Saifullah. Defining work supervision is a process in the establishing for performance measures in taking action that can support the achievement of expected result in accordance with the established measures. C. Surveillance function. To assess whether its unit has exercised the direction and procedures for which it is responsible, and thus to assess whether the resulting letter or report have described actual activities carefully or precisely. The 3 is to assess whether management controls are adequate and implemented effectively. And 4 is to examine whether the activity has been carried out effectively, namely achieving previously set goals. And the last one is to determine whether the activity has been carried out efficiently. Control and supervision measures. Furthermore, Atwaila provides an overview of the steps in carry out control and supervision. The steps are intended as a stage or process of how a manager in a company or organization can exercise control and supervision properly. Measures in control and supervision include 1. Examine, 2. Check, 3. Match, 4. Inspecting, 5. Control, 6. Organize, 7. Prevent before failures occurs. E. Forms of control or supervision. 1. Top-down. Control and supervision in his form is carried out by manager or superior directly to member of the organization or company. That is, control supervision in this form are most commonly used in running the wheels of organization or enterprise. So it requires a manager as a superior in addition to having concept skill, also has technical ability. To bottom up. The second form is the opposite of the first form, where in this form, control and supervision is carried out by subordinates or a member of an organization or company against his or her employer. This form is not formally used, but it should be. This form can also be carried out in practice in the field. Means it's not only manager who have the right to control or overseeing the work of subordinates on the plans that have been met, but the subordinates must also be able to control and perform supervision of superior in carrying out plans that are being met. If the form of control and supervision is bottom-up is running, It can minimize the occurrence of behavior abuse and abuse from superiors. 3. Self-control. Control in this form both have an active role between superior and subordinates. This means that superior and subordinates of the senates control and supervise themselves. Control and supervision this form emphasizes self-awareness, self-introspection, and it's good example for other from that behavior. This mutual help and tolerance will be awakened, especially. F types of control or supervision, control or supervision. 1. Fieldwork control. Fieldwork control is type designed to anticipate problems and deviation from the standard or of purpose. There is an allow correction or repair before an activity carried out. 2. Concurrent control. Concurrent control is the process by which certain aspects of a procedure must be approved in advance before such activity continue, or to ensure that activity is carried out appropriately in accordance with the planning and standards of existing goals. 3. Feedback control. Feedback control is a type that is designed to measure the result of an activity that has been carried out. G. Surveillance methods and supervisory principle. A. Surveillance methods. 1. Comparative. Comparative is a system of supervision that is carried out by comparing results with plans. And 2. Inspectorate. Inspector is a system explanation as useful to know the actual circumstances regarding the implementation of the job. And the 3 is verificative. Verificative is a system of examination, usually concerning the field of finance and materials. And 4, investigative. Investigative is one of the supervision carried out by conducting investigations. H. Principle of supervision. 1. Oriented supervision to the organization's objective. 2. Supervision must be objective, honest, and prioritize the public interest over personal interest. 3. Supervision must be oriented toward truth according to applicable regulation, oriented to the truth of established procedures, and oriented to the purpose of benefit in the implementation of employment. 4. Supervision must ensure power and result for the work. 5. Supervision should be based on objective, true, and precise standard. 6. Surveillance must be continuous. 7. The result of supervision should be able to provide feedback on improvements and improvements in the implementation, planning, and wisdom of the future. E. Envious of effective supervision are as follows. First, supervision must have clarity about the achievement of goals in making improvement. In the implementation of supervision, manager must be fair and wise in the implementation of such supervisory activities. 2. Supervision must be flexible, where in the event of the change in its implementation, supervision can adjust to the circumstances. 3. Supervision must run effectively, if necessary, efficiently. 4. Supervision is guiding for improvement. Okay, I think that's enough for presentation capture 9. Thank you for listening and attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.